Hello, welcome back. My name is Lizzie Luna, and today's pick a card question is, are you on the right path? So we have 4 piles to choose from. We have pile 1 with Smoky Quartz. It's incredibly clear though. We have pile 2 with blue Calcite. Pile 3 with Polychrome Jasper. And pile 4 with Celestite. So if you need any more time to think about your question, feel free to pause the video and take all the time that you need. Timestamps will be down below. But we're going to go ahead and start with pile number 1. So your question is if you're on the right path. So it could be about anything. It could be about a financial question, a career question, a relationship question. It's general, so it could apply to any of those topics. So we have the 5 of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, and the 6 of Swords. And we have the Magic of Nature, Wild Woman, and Take a Moment. So with the Ace of Pentacles, maybe this is like a newer situation, like a newer relationship, a new career path, something that's new, or a project. So you've been giving and you've been equally receptive towards receiving back. So you've been contributing to a type of cause or something that you believe in, and you're wondering if it's worth it, because in the future we have the 5 of Pentacles, and like this is the getting left out in the cold card. Like you're afraid that things might not work out, that your efforts are going to be for nothing or not seen as valuable, because we have just people like being shut out from this church and they're just staying cold and they've become beggars. And this is what you're afraid of. Like, is this where I'm going to end up in this path that I'm taking? But the good news is that we have the 6 of Swords. So the 6 of Swords is just moving forward, embarking on a new journey and healing along the way. So like, even though there's been some fears about like, am I over-giving? Am I giving too much? Or am I just gonna be left out in the cold? It's saying that things are coming to calmer waters. So moving forward means finding peace in the present while maintaining hope for the future. Trust that the worst is behind you. So these fears are just fears, or maybe something has happened where you felt kind of rejected along this way, but things are moving on to calmer waters. So then we also have the Wild Woman card here. You're invited to shine brightly and free. Your authentic self doesn't fit into a box, and it needs the freedom to shine. So maybe there's just been like moments where you felt like maybe slightly suppressed in this path of like, maybe you haven't felt like you're able to express yourself as much as you'd like, but no one's taking that away from you. That's just a self-limiting belief that you've had about this journey so far, and all of your expressions are valid. But it's also reminding you to protect your vision. You know, we have like some fairies surrounding a bubble, and they're just trying to guide it, or that's what it looks like to me. Like they're just like surrounding it and trying to see where this is going. Like you can try to protect your vision, try to protect your path, your journey, your destination. Like this is your vision and you're trying to see through it. There's only so much protection that we can do without, you know, the elements taking over and them just taking it wherever, you know, it's supposed to be. It's inevitable, right? Like there's only so much that we can control, and there's only so much that we can contribute before we just have to trust the process, trust that things are going to develop and unfold the way they should. And it's time to take a moment and reflect on that, of, you know, how far you've come, and how much more like you have to go, and how much clearer is your path going to be, because you've felt that bitterness of the cold from, you know, the possibilities of things not working out. So it says, stop. Now is not the right time to rush into the decision you're about to make. Before this important decision is made, Take a moment to pause and quiet your mind so that you can ask your soul for guidance before you act or move forward. So this is just reminding you to take that time. Like, there's no timeline to this path, right? Like, we all have different ways of going about the same thing, and your process is just as valid as the next person's. So no need to compare how long it's taking you, or, you know, why isn't this, asking yourself, like, why hasn't this transformed the way I want it to yet? It's letting you know that it's going as planned, and even though it's taking a little bit longer than you wanted it to, you're still in the journey to going the right way. So, like, out of the possible answers to the question, are you on the right path? So we have yes, no, and maybe. And for this one, it's a yes, but it's just going to take a little bit longer than anticipated. So yes, you are on the right path. I hope this helps, or that it resonates in some way. I'm going to be moving on to pile 2 now with the blue calcite. So the question is, are you on the right path? So we have the 5 of Swords in reverse, the 6 of Cups, Justice, breaking free, rise above problems, hummingbird in reverse, and many paths. So starting with the tarot, we have the 5 of Swords in reverse. So maybe there's just been some conflict in regards to this path or journey. Maybe you need to let go of some grudges or something that has been a conflict within yourself or to others. And it's time to focus on compromise in order to move forward in a productive way. We have the 6 of Cups here. So this signifies memories and harmony, reconnecting to your childhood, remembering the sweetness of the past. So maybe this is like a long road that you've been on, and there's a lot of bittersweet moments. There's some conflict, but there's also some sweetness. So it's like bitter and sweet. So like this is like perfectly divided in the middle, right? There's like cons, and these are the pros so far. And then in the future, we have justice. So something's going to balance out. Whatever needs balancing out is going to come to fruition. So something, maybe some truth needs to be spoken, or some imbalanced situations are working towards your favor now. Things will realign. But it just depends on like what needs to be balanced, right? Because we all have different situations. But it seems to be split up right in the middle. So we have like, it could go one of either way. And I know that's not a clear answer, because we're looking for, you know, are you on the right path? And so far it's like, it really depends on your circumstances. But this is reminding you that there's many paths, and not one road is the only road or the only way you can succeed. So you're being called to step outside your comfort zone. We have many paths, and we all reach the same destination in the end. So it's just reminding you that just because like things maybe took a detour of like where you wanted to go, it doesn't mean that's a failure or you're not a success. It just means that there was another way to go about it. And it's inviting you to slow down and take your time to really see where your actions are taking you, where your steps are taking, what road you're taking currently, because we have the hummingbird. So it's stillness in motion, and to trust your inner knowing that you know the best path for you. So hummingbirds are like really quick creatures, right? Like they're here 1 second and they're gone the next, and then you didn't even realize like that they even left, because they're just so quick. So maybe you've just been maybe impatient on this journey so far, and that's caused a lot of like anguish and grief and conflict and inner turmoil. But it's reminding you that you're the only one rushing this, and it's just time to break free from like the constructs of your mind of like what makes you, you know, feel like a success. You know, it's just the self-limiting beliefs of like how far you should come in life because you're, you know, X amount of years old, and somehow that's attached to your happiness and success with life. And it's not true at all, right? We all have different ways of going about the same things. So to like judge that or compare that is just looking for ways to just be unhappy with your own progress. And then it says rise above problems. So maybe there has been more conflict than you wanted in this path, but it's telling you that you can rise above it. You can like soar above it and find that balance and like equality within yourself and others on this journey that you're taking. So it is possible. And for this pile, I'm going to say it's a maybe for, are you on the right path? Because it really depends on the circumstances. Like, what is this conflicting moment for you? Does it outweigh the sweetness? You know, does the bitter outweigh the sweet? So that's something that you need to use your own discernment for this pile. So this is a maybe. Sorry to not be more clear, but that's what the cards say to me. So it just takes some time to be a bit more reflective about your choices and what is truly important to you. So I hope that resonates. I hope that helps you out in some way. I'm going to be moving on to pile 3 now with the Polychrome Jasper. So the question is, are you on the right path? We have the 2 of spring in reverse, the 9 of spring, the sun in reverse, reach out in reverse, a lot of reversals, raising your standards, and jaguar in reverse. So with this one, maybe there's just been some impatience with your process, maybe a lack of planning, things just not going as you wanted them to. This is typically the 2 of wands in reverse. So you were looking for something in the future and you're just kind of like, oh, this isn't panning out the way I wanted it to. Like, it just seems so unfulfilling to keep going. And it's just like really tested your boundaries, you know, because we have the 9 of spring, which is the 9 of wands. So like you've had to like rely on yourself, and mostly like with the help of not that many people, or people haven't been as cooperative with you as you would have liked them to so far on your path. So that's making you feel exhausted and maybe feeling like giving up, because there's been a lot of challenges along your way to your path on your journey. And maybe that's like caused you to put up some boundaries or just be a little bit more aware of your surroundings because of past disappointments. And in the future, we have the sun in reverse. So typically this is like a really happy card, but it's in reverse. So there's something that's confusing you, or maybe causing you some inner turmoil about what is the true path of like happiness and clarity within your life. Like, is this it? And it just seems like there's a lot of conflicting energy, right? Maybe a lot of boundaries have been set up, a lot of like disappointments and like just impatience. Like there's just no drive anymore to like think to yourself, like, what's next? You know, like your defenses are up, and even the sun, which is the happiest card, is in reverse. So like even the good stuff doesn't even seem as good because of the past, of what's been happening. So sometimes it could be a bit difficult to recognize that things are changing when shifts don't happen overnight. But it's asking you to take a second look at your circumstances and celebrate the small wins. So maybe you've just been like really hard on yourself with like your goals, and you're not even celebrating the small victories to life because you're like, oh, I only care about the goal. I only care about the result. I don't care about the little steps along the way. But that's just been causing you to like not be grateful for how far you've come already. So we have the Jaguar card in reverse. So it says, go outside your normal routine and push your limits and boundaries. Investigate the unknown, throw caution to the wind, and try something new. So for this pile so far, like with the question, like, are you going down the right path? I would say it definitely needs some readjustments, because it's asking you to like reconsider where you've been and where you're going. And like so far, it hasn't been that pleasant. So like for you to like start all over is okay in this pile. Like to reroute, to re-navigate, I think would be the best move for you. And it's because maybe you didn't have any strong boundaries in the past, or you were just kind of like not really sure where you were going in the first place. So it says raising your standards. So like maybe you need to raise your standards, and that's okay, because like there was so much disappointment in the past that like walking away from this is the best thing you can do. So we also have the reach out card in reverse. So typically it would invite you to reach out, but because of this, it's just, I think, asking or inviting you to reach in, you know, go inward and actually ask yourself, what is it that's truly going to make me happy, that's truly going to make me feel like the Sun card upright, like what's going to bring me the most fulfillment, because right now it seems like this path is not bringing you that much fulfillment, and it's just stressing you out more than anything. So yeah, I hope that helps. So for this one, I say, are you on the right path? The answer out of the 3 possible scenarios is yes, no, or maybe. So for this one, I'm going to have to say no. But I hope that it brought some clarity to you, or that it helps you out in some way. I'm going to be moving on to pile number 4 now with the Celestite heart. So the question is, are you on the right path? And then we have the Tower, the 2 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, embrace the moment, detoxification, and the Child in reverse. So this one's like a bit chaotic because we have the Tower. So this is like something happened that was dramatic. Maybe like a sudden change happened. Like some type of foundation has been destroyed. And that's like a little scary, right? But it's like, it's letting you know that it was beyond your control. And yes, it did upset your foundation of where your path was going, but aspects of your life are being torn down so that they can, because they weren't serving you anymore. So like that needed to be like reconstructed anyway. Like it needed to happen, even though it was unpleasant. And now we have the 2 of Pentacles. So you're trying to find that balance and stability within yourself. So like maybe you're trying to like juggle between options. Maybe you have more than one choice of what path to take. And that's been making you confused and maybe a little bit exhausted, you know, having to like balance both, trying to find that stability within yourself. So maybe you have 2 paths and you're not sure which one to take. But it's reminding you that you don't need to like juggle both options, or, you know, carry more than you can handle. It's letting you know that you can set either one of these down for a bit and it'll still be there. Like it's not going anywhere. So it's okay if like, if you need time to think about it so you're not as confused. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. So in the future, I see this as like, this is like a new opportunity coming your way. So a fresh start that might come as like a new job, a new relationship, or a sum of money. So like this is like a new like something new is coming, like an offer, and it's happening in the future. So like this needed to go away. Like this Tower moment needed to happen in order for a new beginning to start. And then we have the detoxification card. So like I just see this as like you cleaning up your past, like you like cleaning up the past of like whatever it is that needed to get destroyed, and then you like healing from it or restarting, just, you know, coming into the world with like a new eyes, new perspective of like, okay, I'm taking inventory of what's important to me, and I'm like cleaning up my past, I'm cleaning up my mess so I can look forward to the future that's going to be so much more sparkly and clean and like attractive to me. And then we have embrace the moment. So embrace this day, this very moment. Think positively today and repel those negative thoughts. Try not to judge yourself or others. This may be harder than you think. What is actually happening is that you're changing your energy. So even though things are changing around you, it's okay to just like there's so many things that are out of our control that we can't handle, even if we tried, right? Like we can only handle so much, we can only try to control so much, but we can always control our thoughts and how we feel. So it's reminding you that like even if things are happening externally and it seems like things are just being ripped apart and thrown away, like you could still protect how you feel and like keep your mental health. And that's so important in order for you to move forward in a positive and constructive way. And then we have the Child in reverse. So maybe there's just aspects of this path that you haven't been acknowledging because you're not seeing the world with fresh eyes and aren't able to see opportunities. Maybe like this loss in the past has made you like a bit jaded and you're not able to see like new opportunities, even if they were right in front of you, because you're just so focused on what you've lost instead of like trying to contribute to a new opportunity, a new path. So like, is this the right path that you're on? Yes, because things needed to be destroyed in order for you to get there, in order for you to find that balance and stability within yourself so that you can create a new start and see the world through refreshed eyes. So I hope this helps. I hope this reading, that you found some resonation with it. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.